this is a live look at Trump's campaign headquarters here in downtown Des Moines, Iowa, where the former president is expected to speak. When he does, we will bring you those remarks live. CBS News has projected that former President Trump has won the Iowa caucuses. I want to go now to CBS News election and surveys director Anthony Salvanto, who is standing by, of course, at the CBS News data desk. Anthony, it's an important process that we go through to offer projections. Can you explain to our viewers how we got there and why we did so comparatively early in the caucus evening?
I will tell you exactly how. First, we sent reporters all over the state to interview voters as they were entering the caucus. And what did they tell us? They told us they were going to vote for Donald Trump. And they did so in overwhelming numbers. Okay, that was all over the state. Then we have another layer. We have reporters all over the state on top of that who are getting the results from the precincts as soon as they are completed. That all comes back here to the data desk. And when you put that together, and I'm going to show you, this is the current map, okay, this is the current map, but you get an idea. Yes, a lot of counties, a lot of places have yet to report, but this smattering you see of red is all Donald Trump. So every place you look, almost every place you look, is going for Donald Trump. We put that together in our models, and we can say that Donald Trump, at this point, he's hovering around 50%, but he's got a very substantial lead on the other candidates, and that is how you know, and that is how CBS and the networks with their reporters find out and figure out who's won, Major.
And is there anything that you saw in the entrance poll data or the actual caucus results as they have come in that you would describe as thematic or representative of the night and the Trump victory?
Yeah, a couple of things. One is, I'm going to pull up the exit poll here. First, white evangelicals. We know this has been a strong part of Donald Trump's base. They are certainly a big part of Iowa, right? Slight majority at this point in our estimates are white evangelicals. They went strongly for Donald Trump. And the other thing is, let's look at, I'm going to go over here and show you most important candidate qualities between shares my values and fights for people like me coming out when they had to select one top issue. What's important about this is that it's consistent with what we've seen from Trump supporters in Iowa and throughout the nation, which is they see him as a fighter. They have told us in polls that even things like the indictments against him, they often tell us they take them personally, see it as an attack on people like them. There's that strong connection, that loyalty, and they use the word loyalty, between them and Donald Trump. It is the likes of which we have not seen in polling and politics, and that is all consistent. We're seeing that here in Iowa, Major.
Anthony Salvanto at the data desk for us. Thank you so very much. I want to bring in CBS News Chief Election and Campaign Correspondent Robert Costa, who was at the Trump campaign headquarters in Iowa. First of all, Robert, do we expect the former president anytime soon, and the general reaction as you've been able to detect it there at headquarters?
Major, great to be with you. This moment is a moment of celebration for the Trump campaign, but for many Republicans across the country, especially those who do not agree with the idea of former President Trump becoming president again or their nominee again, it's a reckoning about where the party is, where it's going. Is it really going to have Trump begin a march toward another nomination, perhaps another presidency? Iowa tonight is a revelation in the sense it shows so many Republicans in places like Iowa with a conservative electorate are willing to go in that direction, despite Trump's mounting legal challenges across the board, local, state, federal, criminal, civil, and of course his role in trying to overturn the 2020 election with relentless efforts to pressure Vice President Mike Pence at the time and others.
Robert, the former president told you something directly last week that I can't get out of my mind, which is he told you, Robert, the courtroom is the campaign. And to that observation from the former president, we've gotten word this evening that he will be attending the E. Jean Carroll trial tomorrow. Put those things together for our audience.
This is a prism for exactly what's going to be happening in the coming weeks and months of this campaign. Should Trump continue to move toward the nomination, maybe even secure the nomination, he's going to be going from campaign stop to courtroom stop. He's going to be at E. Jean Carroll's defamation case in New York tomorrow, then fly to New Hampshire. Then he'll likely return back to New York for another appearance in court for the E. Jean Carroll trial later this week, and then go back to New Hampshire. And we expect him to, of course, attend all of his upcoming criminal trials, as he is supposed to do. As the defendant, I asked the former president in recent days, will you attend your January 6th trial? Will you fully participate in all of the hearings, even if they're voluntary? He said yes, he will be there. And he said, as you recall, the courtroom is now the campaign trail for Trump, because when I talk to Trump voters here in Iowa, the caucus goers say his grievances with the perceived political establishment, the perceived legal establishment in this country, are now their grievances. And that fuels their support for him. And in fact, they feel like they're more supportive of him now in 2024 than they were in the wake of January 6th in 2021 and 2022.
Robert Costa at Trump campaign headquarters right here in downtown Des Moines. Thank you very much.